Right, here's the bad guys Metroid or MetONM from ONM on YouTube. I asked them for a battle as I haven't really battled on much before, and yes, so excited to battle. So laser a Tentacruel, I lead with Mesper. I discover Thunderwave as I know it'd be faster as I have no speed EVs at all, and Tentacruel has 20 base speed higher than me, so he's going to outspeed me anyway. So he goes for Toxic Spikes, I get the Rock Sap, he Sludge Bombs and gets the Poison Hacks, which likely isn't that good for me as I don't have a Lamberry or anything to get rid of the poison. So I just go with Thunderbolt now just to get some damage off on him, to see how much he does as well. Actually does a bit more than I thought, but that might be just because it's super effective. So he goes for the second layer Toxic Spikes, and thinking that he's got both layers down, he'll probably go for a Rapid Spin now. So I decide to switch to Miss Magius to take the Rapid Spin. Even if he did attack, I should be able to take an attack quite well anyway. So he does go for that, and I switch to Dripia now to absorb the Toxic Spikes, while he goes for a Sludge Bomb. And as Dripia resists that, I'm going to take that pretty well. As he's paralysed, I'm going to be able to speed it and get the Earthquake off. Because I'm pretty much special defensive, I think I'm going to have 12 EVs in attack. I'm not going to be able to take him down. But luckily for me, he gets Power Hacks there, and yeah. I'm guessing he would either go for the Surf or the Rapid Spin, but I don't think it matters too much as he'll be able to take the Surf that well, and Rapid Spinning, not being able to blow away the rocks isn't that bad for him as his team isn't particularly that Stealth Rock weak. He has one Pokemon that's Stealth Rock weak, but that's pretty frail anyway. So he switches to Donphan, I switch to Mesper just in case he goes for the Earthquake, but he predicts his switch and decides to set up his own Stealth Rock. So I just go for Ice Beam here as I know I could get a decent amount of damage on the Donphan with it, but he actually switches to Rungzong, which is obviously resistant to ice, so I'm not going to be doing particularly that much to him. I could have went for T-Wave, but as he's probably like most Rungzong, he's going to have Gyro Ball on him, so I'll just be boosting the power of his Gyro Ball. So this is Stitch now, or Miss Magius, the Witch, and he goes for Hypnosis, and it hits, and it puts her to sleep. Oh, actually it's a him. Well, it puts Miss Magius to sleep, and yeah. So I decided to stay in here just to see if I can maybe get a first turn wake up. I can't remember what maybe I went for. I would either went for a Shadow Ball or a Will-O-Wisp. I think I was actually going for the Will-O-Wisp just to make him weaker and get the damage every turn. So seeing that Gyro Ball does quite a decent amount there, switch to Hirayama, who particularly isn't that fast, so he won't be doing too much with Gyro Ball, which he actually doesn't really do. So I'm thinking he may switch here, and he does. He switches to Donphan. I just go for the Whirlwind just to get some Stealth Rock damage up in his team, and I Whirlwind out to the Weavile, which is the only Stealth Rock wee thing in his team, I think. Yeah, I think it is. So he goes for Brick Break, and in general, Hirayama doesn't really fear Weaviles as long as they don't have Area Waste. I think that's the only move I really came across that could be bothersome for me, as I resist their Stab Dark attack and with Thick Fat, and resisting their Stab Ice attack. Normally have Brick Breaks, which is the best move they can go for. So he brings in Alakazam. I just switched to Drapion. I wasn't thinking to go for Psychic, but I was pretty sure we would take any other move he goes for. He goes for the Energy Ball. I'm not too sure what I was predicting, but I was still able to take it quite well. I was like highly resisted. So I just decided to set up some Toxic Spikes here, thinking it would switch out here, may switch to Tentacruel as a fodder really. If he does that, he won't be able to absorb the spikes. But yeah, so I'll go for Crunch just to see how much I'm going to do. I know he has Earthquake, but I know he shouldn't be able to KO me here, considering how much HP I have, and that Rungzong doesn't have the best attack in the world. Basically, it's going to be pretty defensive as well. So Ice Crunch did nothing really, and I didn't get defense up, so I just to switch back to Hirayama. He goes for the Gyro Ball, which probably would have done quite a decent amount to Drapion. I don't run any speed on it, but considering his base speed, it would do a decent amount. So I go for a knockoff here just to get rid of these annoying leftovers recoveries, while he just continues to Earthquake me. And Earthquake's actually doing a fair amount. It's not doing obviously great, but it's getting enough damage on me. I go for First Spam now, hoping I actually don't get the Power Outs, which I don't, just really to get damage on, as it's the only attack I could do actually do a fair amount of damage, as Knockoff's not going to do much, and Ice Punch he resists. So he goes back to Tenant Crew probably just to take toxic spikes, and there's Death Fodder here. I can't remember if it was actually just one to blow away Brungzong or if I actually predicted the switch. I really can't remember really there, but yeah, we're when the Tenant Crew out to the Donphan. So I decided just to stay in here, see what he goes for. I go for the Ice Punch just because it's super effective, it should do a decent amount. Actually really doesn't do that much, but I get incredibly lucky there and I get the free sacks. I'm not sure what he's going to go for. I'm guessing he'll probably go for the Stab Earthquake, but other chance he may have went for a Rapid Spin. I'm not sure. He may have 2 Rapid Spinners on the team, or I'm not sure. I can't remember what else Donphan could carry, but yeah. So he's just his Tenant Crew now, his fodder. It probably would have done quite a lot of damage with the Donphan without 3 sags, but yeah. So Tenant Crew loves a low amount of HP there to finish off with the first palm, and he brings Brungzong back in. Here I was thinking of go for an explosion here just to get rid of Hirayama, so I switched to Miss Magius, but he actually goes for the Earthquake, so yeah. Here I decided just to stay in again, hopefully maybe I'll wake up, but I don't get that, and he Dry Balls and finishes me off, so that's not too good there for me. So I switched to Hirayama again, and it's about the best option I have. I just go for the first palm, and still not doing too much. Earthquakes, which gets a crit here I think. Indeed it does, and yeah, it still doesn't do too much damage even though it's a crit. So I go for first palm again, he lives it with about 20 HP, he goes for Hypnosis which misses. Actually in a way it would have been fairer, or maybe if it actually hit because I got that V-Sax, but never mind, it missed. So he brings Alakazam back in here, and I'm thinking he won't Psychic in just in case I go to Drapion, so I decide to stay in here hoping to live any attack he does, considering Focus Blast and base power and it's going to take me down, and I'm thinking he actually may be Specs, he may actually be an X-Brick, I'm thinking he actually is Specs. So yeah, I'm switched to Metr01d, I'll go for the Ice Beam just in case he switched to Donphan, just to finish it off, and considering that T-Ball and Ice Beam both have the same base power, it doesn't really matter which choice I went for. So yeah, Metr01d takes more poison damage, and he brings in his Donphan next. And just in case he decided to Nasty Plot Up or Source Dancer, I decided just to stay in and go for a T-Wave, but he doesn't, he just goes for offensive, and I can see he's got Life Orb, so I know Explosion should be able to take him down, like Shadow Ball, just because Sidekick Alakazam resists, and I'm thinking it should be able to live 1 Sidekick, so yeah. So he goes into his Alakazam now. I know it's not Scarfed or Timid really here, as if he was timid he'd be faster than me. I know I'm timid, but I'm pretty sure Alakazam's faster than Espeon, and because he switched out to from Esprit, I'm thinking that he probably was Specs, but he could have still had the extra belt, just not want to face Esprit. So that's a good game there, mate, and check out his channel, he's got some nice videos up in that, he's only started recently as well, so he could do with subscribers. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed.